Hey everybody, it's Lebo with Lebo's Pinball. We're on part 14 of this target pull restoration. This one's taken a long time, but you know, we're coming along and we're getting really close to the finish line. So one thing I'm going to work on today is I've got these rails that are looking kind of rough. There's like residue of tape that's on here. There's scratches everywhere. They just need to be kind of scrubbed down, cleaned up, scrubbed down, and just looking a lot better. Also, just the channel that's on the inside is dirty. That can be cleaned up really good. So what I'm going to do to really properly do this is I like to take these off of the game, get them over on the workbench where I've got a nice corner on the edge and I can scrub them down, get everything off, and then we'll put them back in. Same thing with the channel inside. Once I get that out, I can really get in there and clean it well. Helps with the glass sliding in and out. Just years of just grit and gunk and whatever, people spilling drinks. It's just nasty. It gets in there. So we're going to try to take care of that and see how it goes. And from there, we've got one other project where I'm going to go work on the wood on the bottom. I don't know if I'll get to that today or not, but let's get rolling. All right, as far as tools that I like to use to try to get these off, you know, you're trying to get these nails out, and a lot of times, you know, they're sunk in there pretty deep. And the nails that are in there, they're a spiral nail. I don't have one out here in front of me to show you, but they are spiral so that they don't really want to walk themselves out. That's a good way to really try to help that nail kind of lock itself in a little bit. So when you go take it out, you're having to fight it the whole way. But you know, a couple things I'll do. I'll take like a scraper. This one's pretty big, but I can use stuff like this to kind of get underneath it a little bit to try to, you know, kind of persuade things out just some, but you don't want to get too aggressive with it and, you know, cause the metal to get bent if you're trying to keep the rails and not replace them with anything new. But if you get in here real close to the nails, you can kind of start to get them to walk out a little bit. And if you get enough, like that's a little bit of movement there. That one's still going to take a little bit of work, but this one's already out a little bit. Sometimes I'll just take a pair of pliers, get around it, grab it really tight, and pull it and twist it a little bit. Kind of come out with the spiral. And there you go. I don't know if you can see it or not. This one's pretty rusty. I've got new ones. I'm going to go get them out of my supply of hardware, but that spiral is what really holds it in. So I got to go take care of all these, and then they'll come all off. All right, so we got the rail off here. Man, I tell you what, it is such a pain. Every time I take them off, I forget how much they are of a pain. But getting those nails out, they can be really tough. And one thing I didn't mention before is sometimes I have to just resort back to just taking a screwdriver and a hammer and just kind of pound on the nails, you know, to kind of get them to loosen up. You're just trying not to induce any more scratches in the area that you're going to be scrubbing down anyway. So the more that you can take care of these rails, just the less work that you're creating for yourself. So, all right, so I got this side off, and now it's time for me to move over to the other side. So we got them off of the game now. I'm going to bring it to the workbench and see if we can make this a little bit better. So the whole idea is getting all this crap off of it, scrub it down, get a lot of the scratches in. It'll polish out a little bit in the process. I'm not going to make a mirror like I've done on some previous games, but I'm going to go for that brush look. I think it's going to look good for this game. with all of the other seasoned and, you know, weathered look to the cabinet. Just make it look consistent with it. So let's get started on it. Knock it out. All right, so the rails are scrubbed down, kind of polished a little bit. They look a lot better than where they were. You know, we got all the crud from the adhesive or whatever that was. It took a bit of work to really scrub it out, but they are looking nice. And now I'm gonna kind of clean up a little bit on the cabinet. There's, you know, just nastiness underneath this. This is all getting covered up, but I want to wipe it down, kind of cleaned up anyways. Same way on the other side. Clean that down, and then we're gonna put the rails back in place. Well, actually, I forgot. I gotta also clean up these channels. Almost forgot about those. Gonna rub those down with alcohol, get in there real deep like, and get it all clean. So let's get rolling. Here's the rail on the right side. Let's get this kind of lined up. Looking a lot better. All right, so here is one of the new nails. So let me see if you can take a look at this or not. Tried to show the spiral before. God, it's hard to see it. There you go. Anyways, that's what helps lock this in place. And what I'm going to do is just try to line this up with the old holes. There's no need to add any wood in there. I mean, they're fine, really. Where's my hammer? Oh, there it is. Okay. Got a little punch here, because what I'm trying to do is not, you know, add any dents anywhere on here. So I'm just going to tack a few of these in, and then kind of just fill all of them in. I just want to kind of space it out here first. Punch. There we go. You want to get these to where they're, you know, they're flush. You know, that was the hardness with getting them out because they were so flush, but it makes it look a lot nicer. All right, I'm gonna get all the rest of them in. We'll be done. Oh, and I almost forgot. I need to clean up the lock bar. We've got, I don't know what's going on. There's like an overspray here of something. I need to scrub it down just like I did the rails. Kind of polish it out some, throw it on the game. All right, so we got the lock bar polished out, cleaned up. I got the rails back on. I went ahead and put a new ball in, got the glass on. Folks, we are ready to power it up and try it. The only thing that's left is that one little piece of wood on the bottom that I want to take care of, but other than that, we may be done. All right, let's turn the power on. Get this here. There we go. Let's turn the lights out here for extra special effect. Might even put it on the tripod here so I can play the game with both hands and you guys can watch. All right, let's see if we can get this in here. All right. The suspense is killing us all. All right, it's looking good. All right, let's get it a little bit higher up so we can get a good view. There we go. Looks real bright here, but that's only on the camera. It's actually in person. It's really not that bad at all. Here we go. Man, it looks good. You know, it's all LEDs, but it really doesn't look like LEDs. These are the Comet warm white bulbs. I didn't use the sunlights. I was leaning towards doing sunlights there at first, but I ended up going with the warm whites, and I'm glad I did. This game, it looks good. It really looks like just fresh incandescents. Except that I'm playing terrible. Oh my goodness. All right, ball trough is doing fine. All right, get on down here. Flippers feel pretty good. All right, so we've already got a special because we got all of the evens already hit. If I get the rest of them, all the odds, I'll have both. Man, it is going crazy. All right, ball 4. Got down here, ball 4. Only got one more ball. Dang. All right, got ball 3 to hit. Let's see if I can get that. So close. Come on. Oh, come on. If I can get that ball back. Oh, dang. All right, that's ball 5. End of the game. Folks, that just about wraps it up. At least for today it does. I've got, just like I said, the little bottom piece of wood I might put on there and just kind of neaten up the bottom. Other than that, I think we are done. And I'm excited to be wrapping this project up and getting it back to the owner. If you've been watching along from episode 1 until now, episode 14, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and learned maybe something along the way. But we'll see you guys next time.